What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley for those of you who are watching for the first time, and for today's video I'm going to be showing you guys my favorite makeup products to use on like the everyday type basis. And I'm also going to be doing a girl talk video and sharing some topics that you guys opened up on Instagram. So we're gonna be talking about everything from like traveling, budgeting, feminine hygiene, like so many different questions that I want to cover that I haven't talked about in the past. Relationships, you know, always. So definitely stay tuned. Before we get into the video, I want to give a huge shout out and a huge thank you to BetterHelp for sponsoring this video. I feel like this point in our lives, like 20s, you know, that era is a time of like major transitions and new feelings, and you know, a lot of the times we might need someone to talk to. So if you guys have never heard of BetterHelp, I would 100% recommend it. It's basically a platform where you can connect with therapists and people to talk to, like whatever your concerns may be. They have experts on everything from depression to anxiety to self-confidence to relationships. Like literally they have something for everyone. And I really also like that you can personalize your experience. So if you prefer talking to a female, if you prefer talking to a woman of color, if you prefer a religious type therapist or like a non-denominational, like there's so many different options. And on top of that, it's also super accessible. And a lot of the times therapy isn't accessible, so I really like that. I would definitely recommend it. I also have a link that you guys can use to get a little bit of a discount if you guys want to try it out. And without further ado, let's get right into the video. I feel like doing your makeup, like being able to do your own makeup, is such a flex, and I really started to get into it when I did the pageant. Like I was really like, okay, well I need to learn how to do makeup. Like I don't want to have someone do it for the pageant, because like I don't want to like not like the way that I look. So that's when I really started to get into it, and now I feel like I have a routine. Like I have my favorite products that I like to use, and I think I've gotten, you know, pretty good at it. So I'm using my little camera today, y'all. Trying something different. Usually I use my big camera for the sit down videos, but the little camera is cute. Okay, so I'm gonna start off with traveling. This isn't really girl talk topic, but I've been getting a lot of questions about traveling because I have been blessed with the opportunity to travel a lot this summer. So this is gonna be like, how do I save for traveling? Like how do I plan for it? That type of thing. Most of the time when I travel, look at my headband, y'all. It's so cute. Most of the time when I travel, I am always using like my credit card. I have a Venture card, and I also just got a United Airlines credit card. So I love using travel credit cards when I am booking things, so that way I'm like earning miles and I can use my miles towards like other flights and hotels and stuff like that. But if you guys are young and you're not there yet, obviously don't get a credit card if you're not prepared for it. But on my first trip, I didn't use a credit card, obviously, but I was saving for it constantly. Like I had a goal, like I would have this amount of money by the time I go here, so that, you know, I can be prepared financially. So I definitely recommend that aside from saving, have a set of money saved for traveling specifically. That way you can budget your money, and like if I have this amount of money, I can go here. If I have this amount of money, I can go there. Like budgeting is super important. And I definitely recommend starting as early as possible, because it is possible to travel even if you don't have a whole bunch of money. Like all these things are possible, y'all. It's so much more accessible now than it was before. So definitely take advantage of Airbnbs, take advantage of like these booking websites of like the pay in fours type things. Like there's so many different ways that you can work it out and puzzle it and put it together so that you can go to some of your dream destinations. When it comes to planning, I do, or me and Zach do, all of our planning for our trips. I don't go through like a planning website or anything, because to me, I think it's so fun. The process is so fun and so exciting, and it makes me even more excited for the trip knowing that I like was on the computer and like planning all this stuff. So definitely recommend planning yourself if you can. Watching TikToks is always helpful, because you can literally see on video what people are doing. Like TikTok has made traveling so much easier, because you can see reviews of hotels, things that you can do of whatever place you're going to. Like we're literally going to Hawaii with my whole family. I've never heard of that part of Hawaii because I've been to Honolulu, and now we're going to Big Island. So I knew nothing about Big Island And then I went on TikTok, and now I know all these beaches we can go to, restaurants we can go to. Like, it's just so easy as long as you put in that time to look stuff up. First, before my makeup, I'm gonna use the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I really like this one because not only is it affordable, it also works really, really well, and it really gets that makeup sticking on, y'all. It also plumps your skin, which I like, and it helps my foundation or my concealer to not look so like pory, you know what I mean? You gotta rub it in though, because it's gonna look a little white. This kind of also has to do with traveling, like self-love and finding yourself. Honestly, I feel like I learn the most about myself when I'm being challenged. And one of the times that I'm being challenged the most is when I am traveling. So I learned a lot about myself on like the trips that we've been on. I learned a lot about me and Zach and our relationship and how we can, you know, coexist on the trips that we've been on. Because obviously we haven't lived together yet. So like when we travel, that's like really our time to like learn about the little nitty gritty details that, you know, you may not know yet. So going in with my, this is not a concealer, it's an eye brightener by Fenty, and I have the shade Almond Butter. I like to use this under my eyes and like a little bit on my forehead. I kind of use this as a foundation concealer mix when I don't want to wear like heavy makeup. Like today, if I'm taking pictures, I'll use this, and literally that's it for my base, because I feel like for the most part my skin is pretty even, so I don't need to do too much with the foundation and stuff. And this is like the perfect like minimal, oh, my powder definitely broke. It's the perfect minimal amount that I need. So I'm gonna go in my beauty blender. I like to add it in small amounts, and if I need more, I'll just go in and add more. Sometimes if I want more coverage, I'll put it like not just under my eyes, but like on my cheeks, on my face. It just goes on so seamlessly. Like, I don't know if you guys can see, but the skin tone match is perfect. And that's one of the reasons why I love Fenty, because Rihanna, honey, knows how to match the skin tones. Next question, this is about relationships. So like, do I believe in right person, wrong time? And also like balancing relationships and like, you know, everyday type life. Okay, so first of all, I do believe in right person, wrong time, because I feel like as people, we're always growing and we're always learning new things about ourselves and about other people. And personally, I don't believe that you should get into a relationship until you have a good idea of who you are, and that you have that level of confidence that someone can't come in and like bulldoze through it and make you rethink everything about yourself. Like, if you are rethinking things about yourself based on like things that other people are saying, I don't think you're ready to be in a relationship, because that means you can't really stand on your own. So I would say that I do believe in right person, wrong time, because if you have more time to develop that type of confidence, or if that other person has more time to grow and mature, then if y'all come back together, it might work again. You know what I mean? But I also don't believe in forcing it just because you think it's the right person, because also you just never know. So I would say it just all depends on the situation and who you are. But as for relationships and like managing, especially because like we're young, like I'm literally 22 years old. I've been with my boyfriend Zach since I was 18, so like I was pretty young when we met, and like even now we're like still young, but we're in a whole different stage of life. Like we're in the process where we're growing together, and already being in your 20s, that's like such a life-changing part of your life. Like you have so many different milestones happening, like changes coming, and like to be with someone at the same time, like you're literally going through that journey together. And I think I had to remind myself that like we're gonna mess up. Like we're gonna fall short sometimes. We're gonna mess up. Like there are gonna be instances where like I can't give Zach everything that he needs, and he can't give me everything that I need at that moment, because it's a learning process and a growing process. So like really having patience with the person that you're with at this time, or any relationship in your 20s, having patience, but also like not letting anyone hold you back, if that makes sense. Like if you truly feel like someone is holding you back and they're not letting you grow or stand on your own, then that's a sign. Because even though me and Zach do our own things, I never feel locked in, or I never feel like restricted or held back, because I know that, you know, he's right there behind me, like supporting me, like growing with me. So that gives me the confidence that I need. But that, you don't really know that right away. Like, that's something that you're gonna learn over time. So if you're not in the position to give somebody patience, and if the person that you're with right now isn't showing you that type of patience in this growing period, then that's something that you should think about. Also, I definitely did not update you guys. The powder I just used is by Beauty Bakery, and it's a setting powder, Better Not Bitter. And I think this is the shade Flower. It's a translucent powder, so like any skin tone can use this. I really like this powder. I think they sent it to me. I didn't even buy it, but I really like it because I don't let it sit for a very long time, but it keeps my face like matte all day long. So like, as you guys can see, I put it under my eyes, but then I brushed it like over my whole face, and then I'm set, I'm ready, I'm good to go. So now let's get into the brows. I do my face stuff first, then I do my brows, and then I come back to the blush. Don't ask me about my order, y'all. I have no idea, but that's just the way I be doing it. And for my brows, I love using the Anastasia Brow Freeze, which comes in this little pot thingy. And I also got the Anastasia Brow Spoolie. And I don't really do soap brow or like, you know, type vibe, but I do like for my brows to have a set shape. So I'll brush them up, like up, and then on the side I'll brush them out. Kind of hard to do it in this little thing, but hopefully you guys get the picture. So up and out, following the natural shape of my brow. And I just got my brows done, so they're like super crisp. One of the ways that I know I need to get my brows done again is if this is too hard. Like if I can't see the shape, that means I need to get my brows done. Like it's no way. But I really like this spoolie because on the back is like a flat end, and you can literally press them into place. And this part is so satisfying. Like now, switching up the brands, I'm going in with the Benefits brow pencil, and this is the one, this is like the skinniest one, and I have it in the second to last darkest shade. Like I think this is the black brown shade or something like that, because my hair is pretty dark. So I very gently do like hair-like strokes throughout my brow just to fill in some gaps. I don't like when my brows are too dark. I used to wear my brows so dark when I was younger, and all my pictures I literally hate the way I look because of my eyebrows. So now I gotta go light with it. All right, so now let's get into the blush, and then I'll answer another question. So for the blush, I'm using the Pixi On The Go blush stick, and this is the shade Ruby. I literally use a brush, this like fluffy brush. I used to use my hand, but I feel like the brush really distributes it better. So I literally take it and I rub some on the back of my hand. The brush also makes it look more airbrushed, and I really like that look. So I have some on the back of my hand, and I'm really gonna go in with the brush and buff it onto my cheeks, and it looks so pretty. This is the blush that I always wear in my pictures and stuff, so if you guys are wondering, this is the product that I be using. Next topic has to do with like insecurities, like physical insecurities, like hair, body type stuff like that. Like not comparing yourself to other people. Honestly, that is such a hard question to answer because I feel like in some way we're always gonna compare ourselves to the next girl or like the next guy, or, you know, the next person, because like we're human and it's normal. But one of the ways that I try to stop myself from doing it too much is that I remind myself, if y'all see me looking down, it's because I'm looking in my mirror. I remind myself that there's no one like me, and we're all different in our own ways. We all are beautiful in our own ways. We all bring something to the world that no one else can bring. So I really try to own my individuality. Just remember that like we're made the way we are for a reason, and don't lose sight of that, because why would you want to be anyone else when you could be yourself? And I also feel like a lot of people compare themselves to people on social media. You have to remind yourself that social media is not always real. A lot of people on social media are fake. They're selling you a fake lifestyle. They're selling you a fake look. So don't get confused and make that your reality, because that is not reality, honey. And that's one of the reasons why I want to be so real on like my socials. Like I don't want people to wish to be me. Like I want people to be able to relate to me. All these aesthetic videos, baby, that people go through a lot and do a lot of editing and cleaning and positioning to make their videos that aesthetically looking. So my blush is so red right now, y'all. I can't even tell if it's too red. I used to not like blush because I used to think it was weird, like why are your cheeks red type stuff. But once I put it on, it literally is so cute. It accentuates your face. It makes you look like so cute and warm, and it just makes me feel so pretty. So like I definitely recommend using blush. Don't be scared to use like a red either, because red on like brown skin It'd be so cute, y'all, like cuter than you think, and I just literally love it. So now I'm gonna go in with my highlighter. This is the Cocoa Kind stick highlighter in the shade Sunray, and my highlighter and blush are both skincare makeup products. So like not only are they makeup, but they also add moisture. So I really like that. This one I just really apply with my finger and run it like a little bit on top of my blush for a little subtle glow. If I didn't have lash extensions on, I would be using my Kiss My Lashes But Better in the style So Real. These are my favorite lashes. They look like lash extensions, so like this and this is like so similar. That's why I love these lashes. I get them on Amazon in like packs of 3. Love those. But since I have lash extensions on, I skip that step. So now I'm just gonna go in with my spray, and honey, this setting spray is the one. It's the Urban Decay All Nighter. I wore this the entire pageant. My makeup did not move. Like, it was bomb. Literally loved it. This is my favorite setting spray. So I'm gonna spray this. Actually, I'm not gonna spray it because I just got my lashes done and you can't get your lashes wet for like 12 hours. But this is where I would spray this and my makeup would be set. And period. So this is pretty much the finished look. I just got a haircut as well, so if you guys are noticing my hair looks shorter, I got a cut, but I also got more layers, which I love. My hair's a little wet, but if it was more dry, my volume would literally be through the roof. Like, so cute. I always get my hair cut at Hair and Space. If you guys are in like the DMV area, Hair and Space is the way to go. They are the best when it comes to curly haircuts and stuff like that, and every stylist does it good, so don't even be picky with it. But let's answer a few more questions and then conclude the video. So, advice on female hygiene. I'll answer that. And then we'll finish off with like making new friends, like being more outgoing, because that is something that I can really talk about. So when it comes to female hygiene, I don't know if we're talking about like body hair or, you know, grooming choices and stuff like that, but I think grooming choices should be completely up to the female. Like, don't make anybody rethink your decision or like influence your decision. Personally, I suffer with really bad razor bumps and like ingrown stuff. So like I feel like waxing to me just helps prevent that type of thing. So I get waxed for my underarms and for my, you know, as much of my body as possible I wax, but like my legs and my arms I'll shave. I do shave my arms because I am like super hairy and I don't really prefer hair on my arms, but like, you know, that's just me. And I do have this really good product if you guys are like me and you guys struggle with ingrowns. So my waxer put me on to this, but this is by the brand Fur. They have it at Ulta. I don't know about Sephora, but I know they for sure have it at Ulta. This is like their ingrown spray, so you can spray it in your hand, rub it together, put it on wherever you get ingrowns. They also have a oil, like an everyday type oil that you can use to moisturize those areas, which I also really like. And you can also use this if you shave as well, like not just for waxing. You can also use it if you prefer shaving and you know, still want to treat those areas. But I do really like that brand. I've tried a lot of different ones, but this is the one that I found like gives me the best results. So I definitely forgot to do my lip, but for my lip I literally do the most basic thing. I just use the NYX gloss. I really like this one. It's the This Is Juice gloss, and it has like electrolytes and stuff, so it also moisturizes your lips and it doesn't feel sticky at all, and I hate when lip glosses are sticky. Love this gloss. And then the last topic I was gonna cover is how to make friends and being more outgoing. So honestly, y'all, I used to be the most shy, quiet person ever. Like, if I walked into the room, instead of saying hello, I literally wouldn't speak, put my head down and sit in the back. But now I feel like from doing YouTube and just gaining confidence overall, and like as I've gotten older, finding my voice type stuff, I feel like it's so much easier to talk to people and to initiate conversation. But the only advice I can really give to that is you have to put yourself out there. Like, even though it's super scary and like it can make you nervous, try to put yourself out there as much as possible, even if in small ways, like just saying hello to someone you haven't said hi to before, or like giving someone a small compliment, like, oh, I like your dress, or like, oh, I like these shoes. And the more you do it, the more you start speaking up, it gets easier, and then you can have longer conversations, and then you can, you know, go from there. And that's the same thing as friends. When you're trying to make new friends, I feel like it's really easy to start off with something small. Like, if there's something that they're wearing, my favorite thing is to go for something that they're wearing. Like, oh, if I see something that you're wearing, ooh, like maybe we have the similar style, like I can, you know, bounce off that. Or like, I'm still in college, so like another way I can do it is like through through classes, like, oh, what's your major? Like, oh, what are your interests type thing. I feel like it's easy in that alley to make friends. But even if you're like trying to, you know, make friends in the workplace, you can still use that type of thing, like, oh, you know, what are you working on? Like, oh, what do you do for fun outside of work? Like, even though these questions are like so basic, that is how you get to know someone and how you can like start a bond or like form a relationship with them off of nothing. So definitely don't be afraid to ask those basic questions, because that's what gets the conversation going, and those questions can help you, you know, feel more comfortable and more confident about starting longer conversations and talking to more people. And then slowly and slowly and slowly it'll grow, and you'll be, you know, I don't want to say it, you'll be a introvert, because sometimes like being an introvert doesn't really go away, but in certain situations you'll learn how to be an extrovert, and you'll learn how to put yourself out there a little more, and that can really help you, you know, feel more relaxed and confident in social settings. Because as we get older, we're gonna be in more social settings, like even just going places alone. Like before, I used to be so scared to go places alone, like even to the grocery store or like out to eat. And now that I feel more confident like making conversation with other people, I don't really feel that anymore, and it's just made it so much easier. So definitely try in small tiny ways. Put yourself out there. This is the finished look of my makeup, by the way, y'all. Like super simple, super minimalistic, literally the bare minimum, but I am so happy that I taught myself how to do this, and hopefully this helps you guys in some ways too. Yeah, as always, I'll have all the products linked down below so that you guys can purchase them and buy them. I also have the shades listed so you guys have like an idea of what, you know, you're working with. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this was helpful in some type of way. I'm about to go back to school, so I'm gonna have a lot of back to school content. I love back to school content, like y'all already know. So definitely drop some videos if you guys have any suggestions for back to school content. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Love ya.